Let's get this over with. I got some ribs waiting on me.
Well, guys, for Dark Chords, I'm Draven Grimes. This is
All right. Let's talk some news.
Let's get this shit over with. What's 1st? Unabomber?
Let's let's go with someone who's way worse than the Unabomber right now in the world of pro wrestling is John Cena.
John Cena.
John Cena sucks, y'all. We finally heard from John Cena after the Elimination Chamber, and no one knew what he was going to say. And he played the victim card. He upset a lot of people. He blamed the fans for this. The fans are the worst of the worst. You guys treated John Cena like shit, and now John Cena has broken up with every single one of you. Even you, Draven Grimes, especially you. John Cena's done with us. He's not giving us what he wants anymore. So we're gonna get started with that. I was a little bit confused about this for a few reasons. One, I feel like we've heard this before. Because it's the Netflix era. I was expecting a way crazier over the top story, but it was pretty straightforward. There was a lot of truth to this, however. Um, but what were your guys' thoughts about this whole thing?
Best promo of the year, without question.
Listen, I'm just getting out of a quarter-century relationship.
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
What was so brilliant about this is how closely WWE and I guess Cena himself have been paying attention to the IWC since his heel turn, because he made a big deal out of saying, you're not getting a new outfit, you're not getting new music. This is me and what I'm gonna do. And the whole thing about a toxic relationship with the fans, like I thought it was brilliant all the way around. There's nothing bad that I can say about it.
I'm surprised it took this long to get a fucking heel turn. I fucking love it. I'm enjoying every bit of it. And remember what Cena said on the CVV interview that he had last time. A heel John Cena is going to be the opposite of what you expect. What did you see Monday afternoon? What the fuck ever?
The same motherfucker?
No. The way he carried himself, polar opposite. The way he spoke, polar opposite. The way he embraced the fans, polar opposite. He is now our daddy. Because we get nothing.
Nothing.
You wanted this, that, and the other. You're getting nothing, and you're going to fucking like it. It's fucking brilliant. Now, my only critique was some of the filler shit. Could have cut it down about 3-4 minutes before Cody came out and done his thing.
Could have.
Because like towards the end, I was starting to kind of just teeter off a little bit.
But the psychology in that segment, the way he walked out, the way he walked to the ring, the way they were mocking him and he started to leave and they lost their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is
psychology,
a genius in this business. John Cena doesn't get near the credit he deserves for his psychology, for just being an all-around great performer. They were eating out of the palm. He owns fans right now.
He's always had that ability to
right.
fucking own them. But this right here, if professional wrestling had a class in college, this 20-minute segment is Psychology 101.
And you're right. We've heard this roundabout storyline before. about, feeling the fans turn their back on you. It's their fault for the heel turn, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's corporate rock all over again.
It's a tried and true old school booking.
It works.
Works every time, especially when you have somebody like Cena, who, I mean, I've said it for as long as we've had this show, it's the best mic skills of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So the psychology that just played out during that segment is a masterclass. And Cody came out, same exact thing.
Yep.
Old school, tried and true booking. Doesn't matter what era it is, because the athletes progress and change, and stylistically it changes over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But the meat and potatoes is the same shit they've been pulling forever.
You can't fix what's not broken.
Right.
Very simple. And, with Cody being a Rhodes, he learned from a masterclass too.
Oh yeah.
He learned from the babyface of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
So he knows how to pull those heartstrings, and he knows when not to. And this right here, between these two, this is going to be. They're going to be in the same building live again next week. God knows. But here's the thing. They didn't touch per se.
Right.
But Cody, with that insult, right at the end, is that going to be the trigger that pushes Cena over the edge and has him fucking touch? Or is it one of those things where he starts second guessing and reverse the shit around? Because I could see it go both ways. Because think about how Cena left the arena after that promo. As soon as Cody got done, threw the fucking mic at him and walked out. You can kind of see that look of shit, right? But at the same time, you can see that look of, I'm going to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Like, it could go either way. And I'm fucking here for it. As much as I wanted to see the new look, as soon as I wanted to see new music, new, complete contrast like he was going to at WrestleMania 28.
And I still think we're going to get that.
But the way he explained it last night.
Yeah.
Dude, we get nothing. We don't get what we want.
I think we're going to get all that. But I still think he's like just fed up. Like, maybe he's not evil right yet. Maybe he's just sick and tired of how he's been treated, and that's the bottom line of it.
So
Cody might push him to be that evil heel, and I do think we will see a new look and new music eventually.
I'm not against it, but at this point I don't see it. But let me stir the pot a little bit, if you will. I'm not going to cook. I'm going to simmer just a bit. Mm-hmm. This promo happens next week. Cena goes after him, but he doesn't go after him in a fucking heelish way. He just beats the shit out of him, right? No chairs, no shit like that. Good point. Anyway, what if Dwayne starts showing up and he's that fucking devil in his ear? What if that devil in his ear pushes Cena too fucking far to the point he questions his own morality? And at WrestleMania, in order to say, fuck you, Dwayne, he turns babyface.
That'd be interesting.
I'm good with it. I'd be fucking great.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think this is going to be a decent little heel run. I don't think he's going to flip-flop until the end. He might not change at all, because people are still going to appreciate him and thank you, Cena, as he goes out. So maybe he's just going to be a heel this year.
I'm not against it, as much as he wants to bash the Let's Go Cena guys, as much as the fuck you Cena. I'm fucking for it, dude.
Yeah.
What you think, Edgar?
I was all over the place with this promo, dude. I felt like every single emotion in this segment. I was sad, I was mad, I was confused, I was happy.
It's almost like he got broke up with.
Yeah. that was my favorite part where you guys mentioned how he said, "You guys get nothing. You guys want a new music. You guys wanted a new look. You guys get nothing."
Yes.
Right? He also said, what do we get? What do the fans get? And I kind of proved his point when he was saying that because I felt like, oh, well, we've heard this before. I was like, was it really worth the wait from Elimination Chamber until now just to hear this? And someone called me out on my bullshit and was like, see, you're just proving his point. You're like, was it worth the wait? What do we get? What? And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other thing too that I really like was Cody Rhodes, coming out, saving the fans from this verbal fucking tongue lashing that the fans were getting from John Cena.
Mhm.
A lot of people didn't like that though. A lot of people thought that Cody was kind of he wasn't needed here. So I have two questions for you guys. Do you guys think Cody made this segment worse? And the fact that there was no physicality, Cody Rhodes got beat up by John Cena, embarrassed, humiliated. Cody Rhodes didn't do anything about it, just called him a bitch. Did you guys have any thoughts about that?
That's the first question.
Yeah. I think it definitely helped the segment, and here's why. WrestleMania is not until April 19th.
Yep.
It's much later than it normally is.
Mm-hmm.
So they still have a story to build.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
They have a story to build, and it will get physical. There's no doubt. But Cena hasn't been around, so there's like not been really any storytelling other than the heel turn up until this point. So I think, and with as great as both of them are on the mic, I thought this was perfect for a month out.
Yes. For me, I also think the Cody at the end was warranted. Just because the way Cena was going, you can kind of tell, like the last 2-3 minutes. Like I said, if they cut about 3 or 4 minutes, cut out some of the fluff, so to speak, he could have ended on a fucking high note, so to speak, and got booed out the fucking building.
Right.
But you can kind of tell, like the fans were kind of, I'm getting tired of this, right? And it is, as much as I hate to admit it, wrestling fans are like goldfish. They only remember the fucking last 30 seconds, right? So if the previous 30 seconds was just blah, 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 nothing really worth a shit, could you tell me the last 30 seconds of his promo before Cody came out? Could you, Edgar? No.
Mm-mm.
You remember fucking Cody coming out. You remember him calling him a bitch. And the whole lack of physicality, it can boil down to this. Even though Cody's hurt, Cody still has respect for John. And Cody hasn't been pushed far enough. At this point, he sees John as just somebody who's fucking hurt. And he doesn't want to face this whiny little bitch, so to speak. He wants to face the 16-time world champion. He wants to face the legend. He wants to face the GOAT. He wants to face the future undisputed Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to wrestle this whiny bitch.
Right.
And if him having to hold himself back and try to mince words with this man to try to get that John Cena to come back, yeah, no violence was needed.
No.
The word said enough.
And I don't know, do we know other than next week if he's showing up at all for the rest of
I didn't know anything until this morning about him being announced for next week.
Okay.
I think they've only announced him for next week so far, which tells me we probably won't see him.
Yeah. But
as
aren't they
often.
doing that overseas tour for the next couple of weeks, like 2-3 weeks now?
Maybe.
So
They've been there for
I think
2
this
Raws now.
I think this SmackDown is the last one.
Maybe. I'll have to look into that. So I'll look into that right now, real quick.
And why the fuck isn't this taking place on SmackDown? Like, it's the SmackDown belt. Is Cena gonna show up to SmackDown ever? Like, I don't know.
Probably it's probably
I
gonna
told
be
you.
a Netflix
brands
thing.
don't mean fucking shit anymore. They haven't meant shit in fucking forever.
But I mean, you still have to care. WWE still has to care about the ratings on USA for SmackDown. They still have to pull numbers. So, anytime you would put Cena and Rhodes on the same card, the ratings are going to be astronomical. So I don't know why.
But what are they substituting it with right now? The only other interesting fucking story right now. The Roman Seth Punk thing.
That was on Raw too.
Yeah, but they announced it on Raw that Punk, Rollins, and Roman's going to be on SmackDown this Friday night. That was the half reason he went out there, other than to announce the main event.
See, unfortunately, I feel the storylines are better on SmackDown right now.
They have been for years.
Yeah,
years. And that's not taking anything away from the guys on Raw. But let's face it, there's more main event caliber talent on fucking SmackDown than there is on Raw. If anything, they need to just dump everybody in one fucking pool and do a good old fashioned draft. I know it's not going to fucking happen. But...
All right, you got anything else to say about Cena?
Thank you, Cena.
Come back to me, please. No, I'm kidding. No, I think I'm good. I think that was all that
everybody's good with his breakup.
Kind of stood out.
Everybody's over it.
All right, well, let's throw to our first commercial and come back with the next story.
Cool.